Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League video. Today will be match number 20, closing out week 4 here in the Lorwyn Eclipsed Arena Gauntlet League. We're currently sitting relatively okay. Need a little bit of help continuing here forward. Had a nice little run already. This deck has proved very good for us so far. We need it to continue to treat us well, as we need to have a very good finish to this league to have a chance at finalist, but we are playing a Esper tempo deck with some flying creatures to close it out for us, and that's pretty much it. Got some card draw, got Unexpected Assistance, Glimmer Burst, and Requiem Monolith to get some card advantage and some flyers and some removal. That's pretty much what we're doing here. It's been working relatively well so far. Let's see if we can continue to do so today. Heading into our last match of the week, we are looking to just inch up into that 13-7 record to find our way into the top 10 of the standings. 13-7 is usually what I consider like the minimum record needed going into week 5 to realistically feel like you've got a chance. 12-8, you got to finish 8-2, which is possible but difficult. 7-3 just seems a little bit more reasonable, so a win today would go a long way. We're over there in 12th right now, the highest we have been out of all 231 members of this league. So it's a decent spot to be, but to get to where we want to eventually be, which is that record of 20-10 or better, we're still going to have to improve upon this here. So today, in our last match of week 4, we're going against Merriman, who has a record of 5-10, so this is an elimination match for them. They're in 160th place right now. Their Shadowmoor pool has so far gone 1-4, so a little bit lower there, but as I've mentioned before, whenever an opponent gets to 10 losses, no matter what their record is, 0-10, 19-10, they got a lot of cards to work with. So don't think this is going to be easy in any respect. They've got a lot of great cards for sure. Now, if you look at their lifetime AGL record, their win percentage is down at 34%, but we do have a lifetime head-to-head record of 1-1. So I've won one against them, and they've won one against me here as well. Now, when it comes to badges, they don't have any badges, but I've got that one finalist and one additional top 16 badge as well. So, like I said, every match at this point in the league starts to get difficult. Opponents that are a little bit weaker, either in playability or in record, are helped a lot by these packs, and there's a lot of great cards in Merriman's pool that can really help them in this match. Let's see if we can overcome it. See you in game 1. Okay, we do get lucky enough to play first here in this match, so we will do so. And we see counter a 2-drop, play a 3-drop, convoke out a 4-drop. Sure, I mean it's not the greatest, but I've had worse. Hopefully this can hit something relevant here on turn 2. That would be nice. We've got infinite rares in this pool, considering they're at 10 losses here, so I'm going to have to deal with some of that. There's a Lockmare. If I could counter a Lockmare on turn 2, that'd be very nice. Starfield Shepherd getting an extra plains. They might have been relying on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say no. Let's go ahead and play our 3-drop. Don't have black yet, so that's not the greatest, but next turn I can play a Sky Swimmer here. Okay. Can I still do that? Not if I play Preacher as well, but I can draw a card and play Preacher, which I think might be better than playing Sky Swimmer. So let me do this. Play Preacher, pass the turn. And then next turn I can... I don't know, if I draw black, I can remove something and play Sky Swimmer. Bogslifther's Embrace with Lamenter on the battlefield is pretty nice. I just have to have black mana, obviously. This only hits another merfolk, right? Yeah. So it can't pump itself. Wicker Maw, okay. Coming up the board a little bit. And there's the Lochmere I hoped to get earlier, but I did not. Another land is not the greatest. So what does the Lochmere even do? Remove a counter, draw a card, remove 2 counters to stun something? Yeah. I think I would like to Glimmer Burst as opposed to Sky Swimmer here. If I do Sky Swimmer 1, 2, 3, I can't do another thing. So I think I just want to Glimmer Burst on their turn here. Gives me another Convoking Body for Sky Swimmer next turn. Oh, jeez. I did not see the Figure of Fable. Okay. Alright, well, we gotta find an answer right now. And they found the green, so next turn, they're 2 turns away from this becoming the game winning threat that it always is. So let's see if we can find answers. We do have the Embrace here, and I think it's gonna have to work. Hopefully they don't have protection, but if they do, there's not much I can do about it. Alright, got rid of the figure, so at least there's that. I can draw a card and still convoke out Sky Swimmer. I think that's actually pretty good here. Alright, here's all our lands. Now we have nothing left, so we need to find some more card draw or something, because we are out of gas. Draw another card. At least we got rid of the Figure of Fable, but Lochmere's about to be a 4/5. I do have a Lamenter, Gathering Stone. Yeah, that's good too. Man, I'm always really worried about... Oh, and there was a Merfolk on top. How nice. Always worried about playing against these pools with 10 losses, because there's just so many good cards. Okay, managed to cheese out a couple of points there. Drew another flyer, which is decent, but we're going to need some more than that. There's a lot of good stuff in their pool as well. Sagu Wildling. Okay, well, that's a flyer. That blocks my flyer as well. They've gotten a 4-for-1 out of this thing. And we're out of gas. I'm wondering if I'm running 25 lands. If I'm running 25, I probably need to cut this deck to 24. I've flooded quite a bit here. I mean, if they get rid of my 2/5, I don't really have good blocks on their 4/5. If I double block this and they remove something, they have a 3/3 and I've got no flyers. I've got nothing in hand. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously looking pretty bad for us. don't think I can keep it. It's not really good enough. Alright, maybe we can find something off of this. Let's see. We found absolutely nothing. Okay, down goes my flyer. Yep. They got a lot going on here. Guess we can block like this for now. Go to 11. Play another flyer. So reach is going to be good against them here. Oh, that's nice. They got a nice little Merfolk deck going. They're going to draw 7 cards next turn. 6 currently. Is that another flyer? Okay, okay. Yeah, we got roasted here. Yeah, 4 Xaxes. So we had nothing happen in there. I think we drew just all of our lands. How many lands am I running? 24. I mean, I'm running 24. That's about as low as I really want to go. Where's that reach creature? Let's get the Graspling in here. That's pretty much it that I have against flyers. I could put my own flying in, but none of this is great against what they've got. I mean, I could do my own Vaulter, but like they've got some 3/3s. Don't I have? No, it might be in the other pool. I've got the Rooftop Percher. I think that is in the other pool. Yeah, Scrap Compactor killing a flyer may not be bad. -2/-2 didn't seem to deal with their biggest threats. Everything's got 3 toughness. Maybe the tempo of a Temporal Cleansing might be okay. Let me bring that in just to test it. And then their 2-drops. I mean, they've got... What do they got here? Twitching Doll. The Lockmare. I think the counterspell might be okay. So what if I did this? What would I then cut? Saboteur on the draw is usually... No, I'm on the play now, so actually... On the play, I usually like to keep that in. Preacher... it didn't seem super great against all their 3 toughness things. Still have 4 more cuts. I probably don't need 2 of these. I mean, I kind of like our deck in this matchup. It just didn't work out super well. I mean, I like almost everything in here. Maybe Cleansing is too clunky. In which case, so is Scrap Compactor. Am I just going to cut every card I brought in, basically? Pretty much. Just brought in the Graspling. That's pretty much it. Megalodon actually seems okay here. Yeah, I don't love it, but let's give it a try, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is a quick way to lose a game, unfortunately. If I can find black off the top, Saboteur could go the distance, but currently don't have anything. I don't know, it might open up more mana-related things for them here. But, yeah, mulled a 6, kept a bad hand. Might just be another one of those unfortunate situations here. A little late for Saboteur to be doing its work now that I don't have black. I mean, I can swat away something. I can trap it in the screen. I'm going to get rid of the Duelist. I just don't know how to do it. I have 3 different ways to do it. I think I'll use Keep Out or Swat Away here. There's the Lockmare. There's the Mist Land. I mean, Mist relevant thing. Yeah, just one of those matches. It's weird. This deck, it's like, it can really hum and do some good work, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I play against some kind of derpy creatures that like don't do a ton, but it gets the job done. And if I don't draw any of my good stuff, then it's just, I don't get to do anything. I mean, usually I'm the one with the card advantage, and I've got nothing on board and 2 fewer cards in hand. Okay, take 5 here. Alright, at least I gotta protect my blocker, but I'm still taking 5. Yeah, GG. I mean, what a game. Sometimes it's just rough, you know? Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you, and you wish you could do something better about it, but two of the matches this week, we just never really stood a chance and just kind of mulliganed our way out of the match. Darn. You know, it's been kind of funny. I feel like over the course of this league, our opponent match win percentage has been fine, but like the matches that I'm losing are the ones that are against the opponents with the lower records, and the ones that I'm winning are the opponents against the higher records. Like on the left, you can see players there like, I guess Dark Dragon I did lose to. I did beat Danny Brillantine, and I did lose to Monkey Mage, so maybe that's not exactly true. I don't know. We finished the week at 12-8, which is, like I said at the intro, not exactly where we wanted to be. Feel not so great about that. It's a very demoralizing kind of loss there to end the week. But I gotta finish 8-2. My Lorwyn pool is notably worse than my Shadowmoor pool here. So we're gonna hope that next week we can pull out a minimum 3-2. If I get 3 losses, I'm out. So we got to go at least 3-2. 4-1 would be great. That wouldn't leave a 4-1 record needed in the final 6th week with this Shadowmoor pool. But let's see if our comeback packs can help here. Our first one has an unplayable rare in Mornsong Aria, but it does have a second one in Taster of Wares, which is pretty good. You don't even need any goblins to make this good. It's 3 mana, 3/2. You know, basically they discard a card, pretty much. So past that, though, there's not a lot great here. There's Omni Changeling. If I look at this pack for the pool that we're playing right now, it probably gets to play Taster of Wares, Omni Changeling, Glamour Gifter, and Keep Out, I think. And if I look at this pool for our Lorwyn pool, it gets to play Taster of Wares and Safe Right Cavalry. And I think that's it over there. So this is a little bit better for our Shadowmoor pool. The second pack we're presented with has a Twilight Diviner, a Prisma Basher, a Noggle Robber, a Seer, a Scarblade Scout, Fear.Core, Rooftop Percher, and these are all the cards I'm naming for my Lorwyn pool. For this pool, it gets Swat Away, Glamour Might, Percher, Keep Out, Diviner. There's a few cards here. This pack is definitely better, but I think this one offers a lot more for our Lorwyn pool, which needs more help than this one does. So I did go ahead and send this one, the second pack, over to our Lorwyn pool. In my first pack, I kept here in my Shadowmoor pool. Okay, so I brought all of the new cards into this deck here, and we're rebuilding our Lorwyn deck for the final week, and this deck is played out kind of like a grinding the graveyard, trying to find its best cards and its rares kind of deck, with a little bit of vivid payoffs here and there, with Pummeler, now with Prisma Basher, things like that. So I think as I add cards in here, I'm going to synergize with the graveyard, cut cards that don't do that as much, and it's not super assertive. It just tries to like grind in the graveyard, find Figure of Fable, hope that wins. If not, Gloom Ripper can help, some bigger creatures over here as well. So we're going to bring in these rares for 100% certainty. Ashling Rekindled I think is just good enough. I can, off of a Wickermaw and maybe even a Fear.Core, flip Ashling Rekindled or Druid. Either any of those are fine. I did add one more Fear.Core here. I probably don't need that many. Glister Baron I don't think is how this deck is winning. Neither is Iron Shield Elf here. Scarblade Scout is great in the 2s. Seer helps. Diviner helps. Noggle Robber is going to be very good for us here in this deck. Prisma Basher. Percher is a card that I've liked bringing in out of the sideboard, so it's nice to have another one over there. So now I'm looking at this and 9 cuts to make, which is kind of crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this Informant. Can probably cut one of these Zealots now that I have another card at the top with Prisma Basher. I've liked the Feed the Flames. The Safe Ride is just kind of a random creature at this point. It does synergize a bit with the champions, but I'm going to check my elf count at the end to make sure it's high enough. I like the Tillings, Wickermaw's good, Battler good, Seer, Bloom, yes, all this is fine. Anti-Sentence has usually been a little like kind of on the edge here. So got a lot of chomping changelings for the sideboard. This deck can also play out a little more aggressively. I might do some practice between now and next week and play out an aggressive version of this deck and also kind of this version, because right now I'm still at 65. My creature count is 30, which is very high. So if I go over here, sort by creatures, everything that's not a creature is a removal spell, basically, or this Midnight Tilling, which kind of synergizes with what I've got going on. I like having the removal, so then I'm looking at cutting the creatures. Maybe I can cut this other Zealot. Still 4 more cuts. Man. Is the Eulogist good enough? What is our elf count at? 8? Okay, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, this is weird. There's some different builds you could go with this. I'm not sure this one's completely optimized. I still do like it though, because if I sort by, I think this is the one that sorts by rare. Nope, I don't know what that does. I forget the exact how to sort by rare, but I've got a lot of good rares in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I'm fitting 11 rares in this build, and they're all pretty darn good. So still 4 cuts from here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this as it is right now. Is this 24 or 25 lands? 24, that's fine. I'm going to leave this like this for the moment. I'm going to build a couple different options of this deck for next week, do a couple practice matches, and then at the beginning of week 5, when you see the deck on the screen for the 21st match of this league, you'll see what I've gone with, and I'm not exactly sure what's going to be optimal here, but there's a couple of options I think I could go with this, and I just got to spend a little bit more time than just a random 5-minute deck build to find that for you all. So this is where I'll leave this one off. This isn't the final deck, but it's pretty close. I might go either a little bit more assertive of a green deck, might figure out a way to grind a little bit more, cut some extra cards, but we'll see where I want to end up with this. This is the shell of what I'm looking at for Lorwyn for next week, though. So rough end to the week, but we've got 8-2 is our goal for the last 2 weeks here to see if we can make that finalist badge. All right. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time here at Daily Draft.